Welcome to our midweek message. I'm Pastor Reed here coming at you from First Baptist Church of Olathe. It is good to be with you all. Happy holidays to you. I say holidays because we have come through the holiday of Thanksgiving. We are currently in the the season of Advent, and we'll celebrate Christmas and New Year's together down the road. This is a season of holiday of breaking out of the norm. During the first week in Advent is for us, we celebrate or we ponder what it means to be a people who wait for Christ's return with hope. And we looked at Isaiah 2, verses 1 through 5, where the prophet speaks about how God is going to draw the nations unto himself. And that's hope filled for people who had no hope. But it's also a reminder to the people of Israel who were putting their hope in the other nations, or specifically Egypt, that they really needed to be putting their hope in God. And God's not happy when God's people turn to other things for their source of hope, strength, direction, guidance. And I want to continue talking about hope. Now, imagine, if you will, you are on a bluff overlooking the ocean. And in front of you is just the most beautiful, deep blue water that just stretches on into the horizon. You can't even tell that there would ever be land out there. It seems immeasurable, vast, and powerful. Now, also imagine next to you is a little kiddie pool. Now, it's not that deep. There's some water in it, and that's nice. Who doesn't love putting their feet in a kiddie pool when it's, a little warm outside? But a kiddie pool isn't going to be good for all situations, for all circumstances. It's just not. If it's too hot and you put your feet in there, you're still going to be sweating. If it's too cold and you put your feet in there, your body won't ever acclimate like you would in a regular swimming pool. It's just not good for every season of life. And sometimes I feel like, well, at least for me, I treat hope that way. I hope that Jesus is going to come back. I hope that I'm going to join him in heaven. I hope for that future. But sometimes I don't hope in today. Sometimes I allow my fears and anxieties to come over me. And sometimes in the midst of my fears and anxieties, I turn to other things to pull me out. When what I really need to do is really need to put my hope in God. Because God is a God of now. God's not a God just of the future, but God is a God of now. Who he is does not change. His power is never ceasing, and his promises never fail. And that's today. It's not just for the future. So hope is hope in God, even now, even in the everyday stuff of life. Psalm 31 begins like this. In you, O Lord, do I take refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your righteousness, deliver me. Incline your ear to me. Rescue me speedily. Be a rock of refuge for me, a strong fortress to save me. And then it ends like this. Love the Lord, all you his saints. The Lord preserves the faithful, but abundantly repays the one who acts in pride. Be strong and let your heart take courage. All you who wait for the Lord. Be strong and let your heart take courage because you hope or wait in the Lord. In between that opening and that closing, the psalmist will will come back to this idea of putting his faith or his trust in God for guidance and protection. And in the middle of this psalm, not only do you get that, but you also get the reality that he's in the midst of some real trouble. You get a sense of distress and of grief. He admits his failures and his own sins. But this psalm opens and closes with hope. So everything in the middle also should be covered with hope. And that's just how it is for us. Everything in the middle should be covered with hope. Because God's not just God out there. God is God here, and even in here, as you've received the power of the Spirit. Wait for God, but wait with hope, knowing that in every situation, he is there. He will show up. He will work for you, for his good. Be blessed in this season of Advent as we wait with Isaiah.